Yes, good morning, everyone. Today, we had a discussion about differences between manual testing and automation testing. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Differences between manual testing and automation testing. Next, difference between validation. Differences between testing and debug. Those differences we completed in our yesterday class. Now, so as a test engineer, got the did the job. What is your role and responsibilities of a test engineer? So as a tester, once we will get the job, what roles, responsibilities in the end? Generally, we have to test application. So how to test it? How to see? Suppose observe carefully. So suppose I want to test this application. Suppose SpiceJet. If you want to test this, you know about this SpiceJet. This is for the flights. If you want to book in this, go to the site again and select the source destination, number of passengers and everything. Okay, fine. If you want to check the Google already know everything. Suppose if I'm given new application, first it is developed, we don't know, no problem. But without code, no, we can test it. But application functional knowledge is required. We are not able to without functionality, we are not able to is audio gone. It's audio disconnected. Now can you hear me? The video is disconnected. Can you hear me? Yeah, voice not clear. Just now I take the class also. Now can you hear me? My voice. Now is it okay? Yeah. Some net is disconnected. Okay. Sorry. Sir, now observe carefully. Suppose SpiceJet application is there. Sir, if you want to check this application, first of all, how it is developed, we don't know. Sir, as a test engineer, coding knowledge is not required. Not required. Only application functionalities are enough. Sir, suppose if I am given the Google, if you want to check this, Google means yes. Google also everybody knows about that because every day we are using the Google application. So you are in a position to test these applications, means Google search button working or not working. So in the bottom there are some links are there. These links are working or not working, like that. SpiceJet already we know. Suppose if I am given any new application, how to get the application functional knowledge? Because without knowing functionalities, not possible to test an application. So, sir, as any company, first role is as a test engineer. The first important role is we can review on requirements like BRS and FRS. Why? To understand application functionalities. Yes. Sir, BRS full form is Business Requirement Specification. FRS full form is Functional Requirement Specifications. If you can read these two documents, all information of application is available there. So automatically we will get the functionalities of application, functional knowledge we will get. Yes. Then we are in a position. So which functionalities means FRS contain functionality. So here each and every component functionalities are available. What is that search button? What is the departure, arrival? Okay, this one, everything. So each and every functionalities is available there only. Now what I was telling is to read these two, I will get the functionalities. Okay, fine. I'm getting some knowledge. Okay, this is one's application. In this application, so users are there. Okay, whatever, everything is available. Next, which application you want to test? Identify test scenarios. Relocated modules. Immediate question is, what is a test scenario? What is a test scenario? So what is scenario? Scenario means observe. So if you want to test any application, what you want to test? For example, if you want to test Facebook, okay, in this Facebook, what I want to test? Generally, what you want to test? Here, three functionalities are there. One is login functionality, forgot password, create an account. That is called a scenario. Scenario means either a condition or a functionality or a requirement which we need to validate. So here TS scenario 1, login validation. TS2, forgot your password. Create a new. Three scenarios are there. So see, if you want to test an application, means what to test in the application is called as the scenario. So what you want to test in this page? Login page is there, forgot your password is there, create a new account is there. So three scenarios are there. Scenario means in our understandable language, what to test in the application is called as a scenario. For example, see here, suppose if I go to Gmail, every day we are using the Gmail. So in this application, what I want to test, See here. Here, what you want to test? Here, three scenarios are there. First, create an account. Next button is on functionality. Forgot email. TS01. Forgot email. TS02. Create account. TS03. So three scenarios are there. So what to test in the application is called as a scenario. In technically, we need to tell whether it is on condition or a functionality or a requirement which we need to validate. For example, if I want to go to any application, this one, what you want to check? One is login button, second one is reset. Two functionalities are there. So that is called as, so any application, see, not only application, sir, if you want to test something, either if you want to buy a new TV or if you want to buy a projector, so if you want to test it, means first we can identify what to test in that one. That is important thing. So here Facebook I am given some 3-4 scenarios. Gmail I am given 2-3 scenarios. In HMS I am given 2 scenarios. So first of all, any application, as a test engineer, we have to identify these type of scenarios. Now see, sir, in your understandable purpose, I am telling what to test. But interview room, don't tell this definition. Don't tell what to test. Technically, test scenario means it describes a test condition or a requirement or a functionality which we need to validate is called as a scenario. Example, identify test scenarios in HMS application, hospital management. Example, this one. Tomorrow we need to practice in this application. That's why now see, first scenario, login validation. Two. Okay, two scenarios are there. So based on application, based on the page, there are different scenarios are there. But here only two are there. No. Okay, identified scenarios. Third one, this is important. Prepare test cases for annual testing. So what is a test case? So simple. Scenario means what to test in application. Test case means how to test. So suppose login button is there. I want to check login button working or not working. Example, simple example, how we can check? Enter username, enter password, click on login button. And I'm checking. Suppose in that different types of data is there. Valid data I can enter, invalid data I can enter. So, sir, how to test means the validation procedure of a scenario is called as a test case. So test case nothing but your user action. For example, what I want to enter, suppose I'm entering admin, I'm entering password, I'm clicking on login. So my user actions and the system response, we can write into a file that is called as a test case. Observe. Just you remember how to test, but technically you can tell it consists set of steps or sequence of steps with the user actions and subsequent response from the system. So for login button, whatever possibilities are there. See, example, identify possible test cases for login validation. First case, for any application, first we can check with the valid data only. So verify login functionality with valid data. Next, verify. So once it is done, I want to check with invalid data. That is the second case. So everywhere these are all common cases. Next case, third one. Verify login functionality without entering data. What is happening? It will do message wrong username like that. So I can verify login functionality with valid data, invalid data, without the data. Three cases are there. Sir, in first valid means only one possibility. Enter correct username, correct password. Yes. Whereas in case of invalid data, three cases are there. Yes. Three cases are available. That is, first I can enter valid username and invalid password. Next, I can enter invalid username, valid password. Next, I can enter invalid, both. So first, valid username, invalid password. Invalid username, valid password. Both are invalid. Three cases are there. Where we can write in the Excel file. Now see, I will tell this example, second example and first one also. Example. Write test cases to verify login functionality, invalid data. So test data also they can provide it. Test data means if you want to test any application, I can enter some values like usernames, passwords. That is test data. Username is admin, password is also admin. So whatever data or values which we are providing for application for testing purpose is called as a test data. So I am telling the second possibility, right? Test cases to verify login function with invalid. So I need to go to the test cases. See, in Excel file we have to write test cases. At present I will use one sample format. Later I will use some another format also. Now see here. So at the time of test case template, these are formats are there. See, first test case ID or name. Second, test case description is available there. Third, step name. How many steps are there? Step description, expected result. So test case ID is nothing but unique identifications like ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So here see which test case I am writing. I can write test cases to second functionality, invalid data. So for this case, invalid data, just now I'm telling three possibilities are there. So simple test case is not what I'm telling here. It consists set of steps or sequence of steps with user actions and subsequent response from the system. Means what is my action on application? What is the system response? I can record into one file, that is nothing but Excel file. That is nothing but a test case. Excuse me. Now see in the format. So it is one simple format. Later on I will go another format also. So here first test case ID you have to mention. Next description. Description nothing but your test scenario. Your test scenario. What to test? Step names. For scenario, how many steps are there? Step 1, step 2, step 3. Step description is nothing but user actions. Expected, what I'm expecting from the application. See, read this document carefully. So ID means first test case, TC00 and HMS. That ID is your issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. HMS means application name. Which module? Login module. Because in HMS application, so many modules are there. Once login completed, permanent registration, emergency registration, search registration, so many are there. So first of all, I am writing test case to the HMS application login functionality. Scenario, just I am telling what to test. What I am testing here. This test case is to verify login functionality by using invalid data. Yes, I am checking with invalid data. For that, how many steps are there? 3. First step, see, what is the first step I am given? Enter valid username and invalid password. Click on login button. Username is admin. Sir, just I'm given test data also. Correct username passwords are both are admin. But here I'm enter correct username, wrong password. What is the system response? I will get error message. It is expectation. Error message should be pop up. Invalid password. Okay, done. Second time what I was doing is, this time I want to enter invalid username and valid password. Invalid username is SELENIUM, valid password is admin. Again, you will get a message, invalid email ID. So every applications are these 3 common at the time of invalid possibilities. So here third time I'm entering both invalid username, invalid password. Error message should pop up username and passwords. Simple. See, what is a test case? How to test one scenario. So what is the difference between scenario and test case? Scenario means what to test in the application is called as a scenario. How to test that scenario is called as a test case. So the validation procedure of an application is called as a test. So for invalid data, HMS, hospital management system, The application name itself only IO. See what it is. I'm given shortcut hospital management system. I'm given shortcut SMS like that. I'm given. Now, what I was doing is see, but valid combination only one. See valid. TC00 to HMS login. This is to verify login functionality by using valid data. So generally, first we can go through valid data. After that, we can go invalid data. So enter valid username and valid password, then click on login. What is correct username? Admin. Password admin. Whatever expected, login should be successful. So like this, sir, whatever you want to perform user actions and system response, you can write into a file is called as a test case. 1 second. Called as a test case.
Yeah, you love it. Yeah, good.
So for everywhere, every situation, sir, simple sir. Test cases and everything is just like English language. Anyone can able to understand. That is called as a test cases only. So entire manual testing only the topic is this is only. What is a test case? How to write test cases? How to execute defect reporting? Nothing. No tool. No programming. Anyone can able to understand. Anyone can able to survey. So that is the third one. See. So what is the first role of the test engineer? Review on requirements like BRS and FRS to understand application functionalities. Second, identify the test scenarios. Test scenario means in your understandable purpose, I'm telling what to test. It is a condition, requirement, or functionality which you need to validate. Test case, nothing but how to test that scenario. Now, next to fourth role. Yes, I prepared your test case and everything. Suppose my company is using automation. We can convert these test cases into test scripts. So, develop automation test scripts. Because, sir, suppose some companies are using only manual testing. At that time, there is no automation, no coding, nothing, only manual only. If my company is using any automation, then you have to convert these test cases into test scripts. So that is I'm telling you, if required, you can convert. If you're only manual tester, then no question, no chance of automation. Sir, once your test cases are done, application is not ready. Okay, now I prepared all test cases based on the BRS FRS. I can review because if any mistakes are there or all possibilities are completed or not. Correctness and completeness. Correctness means if any mistakes are there, I can rectify. Completeness means all the scenarios possibilities completed or not. So I can do a review on test cases and test scripts. To check the correctness and completeness. Yes, before execution, I want to review. Sir, here generally two types of reviews are there. Peer review and test lead review. What it is later on I will tell. Upcoming sessions we will discuss it. Test cases reviews. Sir, whenever application is ready, I can execute. Execution of test cases and automation test scripts. So I can execute all my test cases. Scripts. Sir, at the time of execution, definitely we can identify defects. Defect reporting. So I intimated defects to my developers. So, Babu, so and so functionals are not working, so and so problem, so and so like that. Already, what is defect we know. The deviation between expected result and actual result is called as a defect. Defect can also called as an issue, incident, fault. So after that, finally, performing retesting and so next interview very important. What is the difference between retesting and regression testing? Very most important question. Upcoming sessions we will discuss. Present I'm telling what is a roles and responsibilities of a test engineer within the organization. So these are all the different roles. First one, review on requirements like BRS, FRS. Identify test scenarios. What is scenario? What to test in application? Maybe condition, maybe requirement, or maybe functionality. So in HMS, two scenarios are there. Sir, based on scenario test cases, one scenario contains one case, one scenario contains multiple. So what is test scenario? Test scenario means my user actions and response of the system I can prepare in Excel file. So set of steps or sequence of steps with user actions. So what to test is called as a scenario. How to test is called as a test case. For that I am given different test cases to your exam. Sir, this is one sample template, sir. Later on I will give another template also, because for every test case there is one template is there, but every company have their own templates. But there are some common components at there every template. Yes. So once I prepare test cases, after that, if automation is there, I can convert these. Sir, same manually what I'm written, I enter valid username, valid password, click on login button. Same thing I will do programming. See, I will show one program to you in the web driver. This is the program. Okay. Now, so manual test case I can convert it to the test scripts. Now, automation, next review, execution, defect reporting, retesting. Sir, wait. What is retesting, regression testing? Later on with examples I will tell. Because at the time of retesting, different concept is there. Regression testing also different concept is there. So that is today topic. Roles and responsibilities of your testing today. Sir, here everyone payment is completed. Asim, Vishwal, Bikash, Vishwal, Maithili done, Rahul, everyone. Rahul, no. Okay. Okay. So now observe carefully. Sir, once this is completed, yeah, sure. So once roles and response is done, next level is basics software. So at the time of software, so two are there generally. Product based software, project based software. So what is a product? What is the project? In the company, general, who is the client? Who is the customer? Who is the end user? Whatever environments are there for your project, different types of environments are there in the project. So those things will come in the next level. Any doubts? Any doubts, anyone? No, okay, thank you. BRS means business requirement specification. We will discuss at the time of SDLC. FRS means functional requirement specification. Next coming chapter, SDLC is there, software development life cycle. At that time we will discuss about this because Vishwal. BRS full form is business requirements. FRS means functionalities. Okay guys, bye everyone. We'll continue on the next class.